Now, students, let us discuss a very important short question, that is the principle of biodegradability. Now, what is biodegradability? We all know bio mean life and degraded mean that is completely destroyed. Just in case of, we can say, starch, cotton, sugar, they are biodegradable. So the term biodegradation is commonly used for biotransformation processes. All kinds of living organisms from bacteria to human can convert organic chemicals and many inorganic chemicals to other simpler substance, which means in case they produce no harmful effect on the environment. So that comes under the category of biodegradation. Now let us discuss a very important short question, that is the principle of decomposition, that is biodegradation. Now this term biodegradation consists of three subtopics. First is biooxidation, second is bioreduction, and third is biohydrolysis. Now, what is biooxidation? Biooxidations are the most significant one because it is a form of burning. One can take place at ambient temperature and enzyme is being catalyzed. A typical example is the biooxidation of oil spills. When oil spills, the lower hydrocarbons volatilize into the atmosphere and microbial oxidation remove most of the rest. The higher alkane present in oils are degraded by enzymes, as shown in the pictorial representation. Next is biooxidation and bioreduction. We all know that even polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons like naphthalene, anthracene, and phenanthracene undergo microbial oxidation to catechol as shown in the steps or pictorial representation, which is nothing but the product obtained after biooxidation. So this is biooxidation. The last one is, which include two things, bioreduction and biohydrolysis. Bioreductions means the conversion of aromatic nitro compounds to primary amines that are mediated by cytochrome P450. The reduction takes place in the discrete step and the intermediate can be isolated. The use of bioreductions as a degraded processes in the field of pesticides. Some of the pesticides like DDT are relatively stable in aerobic soils but are rapidly reduced under anaerobic conditions. And the last part, that is biohydrolysis, which means that a large number of microorganisms are effective in the hydrolysis of esters, amides, epoxides, and acetals. A typical example of amidase is penicillin, that is the hydrolytic enzyme that deacylate the antibiotic penicillin.